Step one in the setup process is to download the Navimow app and create an account. And then once you've done that, we're going to come in and select Add Device. We're going to add an I-series. The mower is not currently powered on, so we are going to do that, which is by pressing the OK button here. It beeps, and you can see, hopefully you can see on the screen there, if I block out the sun, there's a lot going on there. So the mower is powered on. We're going to have to allow Bluetooth access because it's going to look for that, and there it goes, it found that Navimow. So all I have to do is touch that and it's going to pair the device. So we're just going to say wait for a moment while it does that, and depending on how things are in signal strength, okay, we're going to try that again because the Bluetooth antenna timed out on me. Oh, there we go, it made a noise. So we're just going to hit the OK button to complete, and there we go, it says Bluetooth is paired. And now it's going to walk us through some things. It picked out our time zone, picked out our region, auto daylight savings mode automatically toggled on. I like that. Okay. Now we have to attach it to a Wi-Fi network. So you can tap here and it's going to show you all of the available Wi-Fi networks. And I'm going to put that and then pop this out to put my IoT password in. And once I do that, it should attempt to connect the Navimow back there, and it is connected, and we're going to say activate authenticating, and done. So there we go, we're going to hit start. So key parts are the mower and antenna, and then the base station. So we're going to hit next, giving us the optimal placement for the antenna. I had a robot mower before, so I'm going to try and put the antenna back where I got it. Likewise, where to install the base station, and there is a little screw that holds the antenna on top of the pole. So remember to screw that in, and then you can strap down the pole, and that's giving you A to B, B to A, how to install, and then plug into power, and then charging station will give you these codes. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on that pole assembly first. Okay, the next step here is after we get everything hooked up, the top of the base station or charging station will let us know how our signal strength is. So we have to plug things in to find out. So we're going to go do that. All right, hopefully you saw that while I was standing there, but blue means that signal strength is good, so we're going to hit next, and we are supposed to push the mower onto the charging station now. So for those, if this is your first time, this is marking yellow right now. I don't know if you can see that, but the front of the mower is actually the fatter portion. But what I'm going to do now, even though the directions didn't tell me, before I push that on there, I'm going to pin that down, because that really should come next. And we're going to pin that down using the included hex key and screws. We're going to push them up. Green, so he is charging, which is good. And we're going to come back over to our application and select next. Bluetooth not connected. We're going to reconnect because I apparently took too long in all the stuff I was doing. Congratulations, you could start mapping. So we're heading next. Oh, so now it actually wants us to like tag all the stuff down. Finish. I guess I get that. There is a new firmware, so we're going to upgrade that and select next. And we will let the firmware do what it does. There we go. Update now. Update request sent successfully. And it says updating your firmware. And there you can see your Wi-Fi signal strength, Bluetooth, and the remainder of the battery. It's probably should have waited because I only have 27, well, 28. It's plugged in, it's upgrading. And then you could see right there, maybe see, the ring around it is flashing like a bluish purple. And if I want to come in here, it should show me the actual time remaining for the update. But that was setup and installation. Next comes mapping. The next part to set up is actually setting up a map. And as you can see right here, we have to create a map. So we would simply do that by pressing the plus sign, and it's going to walk us through kind of what's going to happen. So if you have any familiarity with a video game controller, you'll probably be okay in setting up the boundaries. So it's kind of letting you know that you should not have super high grass when you do this. And then you're supposed to walk at least 19 feet behind it while you're doing things. And then make sure your battery on your phone and mower have enough. And then it's describing boundaries, off limits, and channels, as well as vision fence on and off. So boundary is the area that it's actually going to mow. Off limits is things that you don't want it to mow. Channel is to get from one area to another. And then the vision fence is an area where mower won't use vision to detect and avoid obstacles. Interesting, don't know why you wouldn't want that. Oh, and it is warning not to start mapping at night. It is connected, we have all this, blah, 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 blah. Next, so it wants us to calibrate things, so we can calibrate. And the mower is going to start moving, and this is going to be a little jerky as I try and move my tripod and have it film at the same time. So we're just going to let that do its thing while it is calibrating, and at 99% calibrated. So if I hit start, this will allow us to start mapping things. So maybe we'll change the video setup and get that started. What I neglected to show before was that this is actually a practice session. So it'll let you kind of get used to the controls. So forward, it is rather quick, which is nice for the straightaways, and you can do left and right turn in play. So it is pretty peppy. And then it wants us to get ready to start mapping. So here it's walking us through boundaries, start mapping, erasure, so it's kind of showing us all of that. Standard boundary, ride boundary, so that's going to be if you have stuff that's really close to the edge. So what we have here is we can navigate to our start location first, and then tell it we want to start mapping. So hypothetically, there's that. There's that, so I'm going to say this is my start position, and then I can say reach start position. It kind of knows where it is, and then we can take off. So it's interesting you can get over here. That's my last one, good enough. That's kind of straight away, so do that. And over here. And we're going to come up this way. And we're mapping. Sometimes I for radio, but there we go. We're keep mapping. Okay, there we go. We're too close there. We're going to live there, so I'm just going to do that. Now we're see if we can do down this way. Down this way. Because the last one could not. And around this way. It's a little tricky to keep straight. It goes kind of fast, but push it up here, and there's another place where everyone couldn't quite get that close. So we're going to see if we can kind of get a little closer. Look at that. And then we walk cutting this way. Check around over here. Get some room. Okay, here we go. Just kind of straightaway. Not making less straightaway. Okay. So we're just going to erase that bit so that we can redo it, because we bumped something and it knows we did.